Hey, this is your friendly neighbor Dr. Jimmy128, and I'm going to be bringing to you a 1 versus 1 between the red Protoss, rEdToKkOh, sorry, rEdToKkOh, and the blue Terran eezjay. This is actually a replay submitted by one of my friends, and my friend here is eezjay. He's also a member of Team Cube and a very good StarCraft player himself. And yes, this map is going to be, what map is this? Forgot the name of the map. My apologies. Let me look it up later on. So anyways, yes, this is going to be a 1v1 on a 2v2 map. That's for sure. And yeah, I haven't really gotten familiar with the names of the new maps as of late because number one, I have not been laddering recently due to a lot of reasons. And of course, I'm trying to focus more on casting as I am still very young in this world of competitive StarCraft 2 gaming. So let's get it on. Let's hope this replay is going to be interesting. I have not seen this replay yet. So yeah, it's going to be a PvT. And I do remember my last cast was also a PvT that was with Bishop, one of our beloved Team Cubers. So rEdToKkOh asking, what league you in? And apparently there's a new league called Diamond. Of course, that's Diamond. And yeah, so this is going to be a Diamond level match. So we're going to see a lot of very standard play, I hope. And looks like we do have the standard build for Protoss Gateway Gas, around 14, 12, or 13. And we have the very standard orbital command on 16, very nice. We got that just in time. We have the 2 scouting probes and workers colliding. Now looking at this, the main base, one interesting thing that we can note here is that there's this brush area. Right here, there's a brush area over here. You know, at the corners of your map. You can actually abuse this. Number one, maybe you could hide some units. Hide some buildings of yours here, or your opponent can use this. You know, they can do drops here. They can place a proxy pylon, a proxy building, or whatsoever. So a lot of things that you can do with this brush part of the map. Looking at the Protoss side, rEdToKkOh is getting his cybernetics score, researching warp gate, getting a second gas, putting a hidden pylon right here just to spot for any Reapers, Hellions, or dropships. Very nice. It looks like eezjay decided to go for a barracks into factory and getting a tech lab. This is interesting. No second gas though, so I'm not expecting any Banshee player whatsoever. So it looks like he's going for a command center right now. So he's going barracks, factory, into command center, looking to get his expansion up real early. We have another gateway coming up for rEdToKkOh. Tokkho is actually a big lizard. Tokkho. It makes a sound in the night. It goes. I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah. It makes a little Tokkho sound every night. Looks like a third gate here. Oh, it looks like rEdToKkOh is going for 4 gate. Looks like we do have the proxy pylon right here by these rocks. He could either warp in and destroy the rocks, or warp in and run around all the way. So I do not know what is going to happen. However, eezjay is going to spot that rEdToKkOh's units have left the base. He may be expecting an attack. He should run this marine back from the watchtower. Like, he is indeed warping in 2 marines here from the top. He may be sending a probe. He should send a probe to warp in a pylon within closer proximity. The siege tank though is going to repel the stalker. They have to take out the stalker. No, the stalker is in the red. The one more shot with the killer. However, the zealot is down. It would be nice to snipe the sentry. However, the tank goes down. So we only have 3 marines left for our 10 player force field going down to block I don't know if that was a wise force field because eezjay didn't have any units coming down. He could have waited for any other armor units to come and split them in half. Well, that would have been very devastating for our Terran friend, my friend, eezjay. Hello, Jobito. Shout out to you. That's Minsky Jobito, good friend of mine. He used to hang out here in Cebu when he was here studying. And now he's like the rank. He's currently ranked number 3 in the Southeast Asian Grandmasters League. And looks like we have the proxy pattern here set. Another proxy pattern here as well. Looks like we're going to see more 4-gate pressure from our Tyrant player. Siege mode has not been researched though. This could help quite a bit in holding off the Protoss 4-gate attack. Like we have +1 attacks coming up for our Protoss player. And looking at the income tab, ooh, that was the income tab. It's pretty much even looking at the production tab. So we have more tanks coming out for eezjay. eezjay, what is he looking to? Is he looking to grab? Oh, it looks like he's sending out the SCV just to spot for any hidden pylon or whatsoever. And it looks like a proxy pylon here gonna be set up. Does eezjay see this? Yes, he does. He should position his units to take that, or else our Protoss player will be able to warp in units on the high ground directly. This is a tight spot. eezjay may be forced to pull off some SCVs. So we have 2 tanks here. Guardian Shield going up, which will greatly reduce the amount of damage from the Marines. However, these 2 tanks should be more than enough. However, we do have 4 Zealots warping in here on the high ground. And looks like there are... this is going to be quite a tight spot here for eezjay. All the Marines here are going to be taken out. The Zealots here trying to take out the tanks. These tanks need to be repaired. SCV should repair the tanks. He was able to repair the tanks. And looks like... rEdToKkOh is going to be able to push up here with his small Protoss force warping in 2 more Zealots. However, can he support any more warp-ins? Yes, he can. He has a lot of food. He has a lot of money. So he will be able to warp in 4 units. However, these 2 tanks should be enough to repel, but there is no Terran Marine support or Marauder support to support the tanks. This 1 tank is going to be taken out. However, there is still 1 tank waiting on the Zealots. Marines trying to be trained as fast as possible to repel this attack. However, here come more reinforcements for our Terran player. For our Protoss player, the SCVs are forced to be pulled off the line to fight for their life and stay alive. He should pull back the SCVs right now. These SCVs are going to go to race. They are just going to let themselves die. So we have another SCV right here just waiting to die. We have 5 Marines, 1 tank. The SCVs are repairing the siege tank. However, we have no siege one on the way. Another siege tank is trying to be made. However, this tank could... Alright. So, but rEdToKkOh warps in 3 more Zealots here to wipe out the Marines. However, a bunker, yes, eezjay really needed to have constructed a bunker earlier on. He's only now he's able to think of constructing it. However, these 2 tanks should be able to clean house. And, rEdToKkOh still trying to force the issue and warp in more Zealots. Up front, however, the bunker is about to finish. The Stalker needs to single out the SCV. Yes, it does. Just before the bunker is about to finish, however, only 2 Zealots here remaining. Plus, the Stalker, will he be able to warp in more units? Yes, he can. However, he is not. So, rEdToKkOh's 4-gate attack there has been repelled and defended very well by eezjay. So maybe excellent micro there from both players. Now going at the income tab, the Protoss player though is ahead in the probe count. However, it's a relatively oversaturated main, and the eezjay is now just about to get his second base or his expansion, calling down 3 mules. He can still call down a mule from this, and yeah, it looks like rEdToKkOh is transitioning now into Stargate, looking to get Phoenix and a Void Ray. However, I highly suggest, I believe that it would be a great transition for any 4-gate attack to actually expand here, so that you won't be behind in the income or the economy. You won't be behind in economy. Anyways, now the expansion is kicking in for eezjay. This looks like there's going to be a standstill for a while both players try to macro up their army and recover from the losses of the battle. However, eezjay does have a relatively bigger force. Looking at the army size tab, Uh, there you go. It looks like our Protoss player is still ahead though, so never mind what I said. Terran is still slightly behind though. The muling could help very much. So we have +1 attacks, +1 attack being researched by our Terran player. Protoss already has 1 attack, so they do have an attack advantage. Looks like we have the Air Force of the Protoss, Phoenixes. Of course, very effective with their Graviton Beam and their speed, just for sometimes you can use them for scouting purposes, or if you really mass them and they reach a critical mass, they can be very deadly, very uh, very troublesome. So anyways, no siege mode yet. Oh no, alright, siege mode has been researched, however, easy opting not to siege up the tanks. We still have these proxy pylons that could come into play later on. And we have another command center here coming up for eezjay. Is he gonna grab the third or gonna work that into a planetary fortress? Was he able to scout? Okay, so he was able to. eezjay was able to scout the two stargates and expecting some worker harass or any air harass. So in response he's putting up a missile turret in both bases. Very good reaction time. Not really reaction time. Very good reacting to what your opponent is doing. However, looks like the CB was just able to escape with its life right there. Just passing by. No, I'm just coming through. Don't mind me. And these finishes can be very effective.